In this video, I want to give you 5 simple hacks that you can apply today to make your small budget stretch further. Now, I've worked with big businesses from the USA, from Australia, from Europe, but what I really wanted to do with this video is I want to talk to the guy who's got a small budget and he's just trying to stretch it as far as humanly possible, because 6 years ago, I was that guy. I was an entrepreneur working from my bedroom. Okay, I'm still working from my bedroom, but I was an entrepreneur working from my bedroom, and all I wanted was just 2 or 3 good leads per day that I could close so I could pay my bills. So that video, or this video rather, is for you. This video is kind of like a shortened video from my Google Ads workshop, small budget, big results, and I'm going to tell you more about that in the end of this video, or you can check it out at the link in the description below. But I'll start by saying this. One of my clients, Michael, said that his business went from surviving to thriving after, and I'm not making that up, he really did say that, after applying the tips that I'm going to share with you in this video. So I know these tips work, and I know these tips work in 2022. So let's get into the good stuff. Hack number 1 is pretty simple. I'm surprised most entrepreneurs don't use this, but I think I know why, and that is use a landing page and not a website. Now, for those of you who don't know what the difference is, a landing page is simply just one page with kind of no navigation links on top and no navigation links at the bottom, and it allows your client to focus on one offer at a time. Now, the reason why a lot of entrepreneurs shy away from this is because obviously as entrepreneurs, we want to sell the guy 5 or 6 or 10 products. But unfortunately, we live in 2022, and in 2022, people are, I don't know if you noticed this, but they are as unfocused as ever. You're not going to get the guy to browse your entire website. You're not going to get every single visitor to spend 5 minutes on a page. Those days are over. People have TikTok on their phones, they've got people calling them, they've got emails coming. In fact, a saying I like is people are information rich, but they are very time poor. So you kind of need to give them every reason why they should subscribe for your offer or sign up for your service in the first 30 seconds of visiting your website or your landing page. Now, the reason why you want a landing page and not a website is because in a website, there's like your About Us section, there's a Contact Us section, there's a page where you talk about the good work that you're doing, and what usually happens is somebody comes in, lands on the page you want them to, and then all of a sudden they start browsing, and then all of a sudden they start getting distracted, or they get a message on their phone, and then they leave without converting. So what I want you to do, and I know this is hard, is set up one campaign. Let it go to one landing page for a particular product. So for example, if the ad is about cakes, send them to a landing page about cakes. Don't talk about all the other pastries that you offer. Don't talk about all the other services that you do. Ad for cakes, landing page for cakes, customer for cakes. Keep that in mind, all right? And when you do that, what you'll notice is you start getting a higher conversion rate because people are focusing more and because they don't have so many options. Every time you add a page, every time you add a product, every time you add more, you create more confusion because it takes more time for the buyer to make a decision. You want them to take a fast decision. So make sure you focus on landing pages. All right, so a lot of you guys are also very confused about bidding settings, and I want you to know bidding settings like you know the words or the lyrics to your favorite song. You have to understand bidding settings, especially if you're on a small budget. Now, some of you might not even know what bidding settings or strategies are. Well, that's this little box over here. And this little box can end up costing you a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. So I want to give you a simple way that you are going to memorize this and that you know what this little box does, okay? When you say focus on conversions, and a lot of you do this, it sounds good, right? You want to focus on conversions, you're an entrepreneur, you're looking for leads, or you're looking for services, or you're looking for people to sign up for your services. But when you focus on conversions, what you're really doing is you're telling Google to spend as much as possible just to get you that conversion. And what happens is people who choose the setting end up burning through their budget and burning through all of their money very quickly and not understanding why. That's basically because you gave Google Ads free reign and you said spend as much as you like per click just so that I can get a customer. And in most cases, you don't even get the customers, you don't even get the conversion. So what I would recommend is starting off with manual CPC or starting off with maximize clicks, and only after you start getting some conversion data in and Google kind of knows where your ideal customers are and who your ideal customers are, then switch over to focusing on conversions. Now, if you don't know how to switch over to manual CPC, I've got a whole video over here where I show you how to switch over to manual CPC. The best thing about manual CPC or even maximize clicks or focus on clicks is you spend very little money and you get a lot of clicks in. A lot of people think that if they focus on clicks, they're not going to get any conversions whatsoever, but that's just not true, because when you say maximize clicks, all you're telling Google to do is spend your budget wisely and spread it out so they distribute the clicks more evenly, which means more clicks to your landing page and more chances for you to convert. And the way I look at it is it takes about 100 clicks for 3 conversions on Google Ads. This is on average per industry. So it's kind of pointless for you to go focus on conversions and then pay for 3 clicks, waste all your budget and not get anything. Okay? So know your bidding strategies. All right, so the next thing I want you guys to do, and this is quite a difficult thing, but I want you to write your ads not to a group of people, but write it for one ideal person. And you'll detect there's a bit of a theme going through from the landing pages to one person to also this ad writing for one person. But I am a big believer in focusing on only one person because that's where I've seen the best results. So me and you are gonna play a game. I want you to imagine that you're shopping for a birthday cake for your son and it's maybe their 5th birthday, okay? Now you stumble across 2 ads, and the first ad reads a little bit something like this, okay? It says local bakery, great cakes and pastries, parties, events and corporate, established in 1986, which is my year of birth, by the way. Our traditional family-owned bakery uses the finest ingredients, okay? So that's the first ad. How do you feel? You're looking for a birthday cake for your son. How do you feel? Now, let's look at the second ad, okay? It says, extra special birthday cakes. Amazing cake design for kids. Create a memory for a hold on, let's try that again. It says, extra special birthday cakes. Amazing cake design for kids. Create a memory for a lifetime. And the rest of the wording is just plain and simple, all right? So tell me how you feel now. Did you notice something? The first ad was kind of generic, okay? It's kind of written to everyone, and that's why those types of ads do not get high clicks and they don't get low conversion costs, because you're speaking in general and you're not speaking specifically to a person, so you don't pull in the right type of person, the person who has the problem to solve right now. Whereas the second ad is written to only one person, and it makes a massive difference because this person is shopping for an amazing birthday cake for his amazing son so that his son can have an amazing day. And that's why I want you to write your ad to only one person and not a group. Very simple. It's something that you can apply today, and it's something you can start working on with the rest of your campaigns. Now, if you're getting any value out of this video so far, let me know down below in the comment section. And also, if you have some small budget tips that you want to share them down in the comment section below. I pretty much reply to every single comment, or I try to reply to every single comment. So just meet me down below. On to the 4th tip. What I want you to do, I know this sounds complicated, but what I want you to do is retarget every single person that visits your website. Make sure you're always retargeting people that come to your website, and this can be an amazing strategy, and it can get you cheap, unbelievable conversions for your website. Really, really cheap strategy to use. Now, if you think about retargeting, what it is, it's basically like having a song stuck in your head. Basically what happens is most people visit your website, they leave, but there's no follow-up. just like salespeople have to follow up, just like somebody might be interested, but they might not just be there at that point when they do commit and make that purchase. It's the same thing. It's the same reason why retargeting works. It's because you're basically retargeting somebody and getting them to come back to your website for a very low price because you've already worked hard to get them there in the first place. And once they get there, funnily enough, they actually start taking it more seriously and they actually end up converting. It's weird, super weird. I've got a whole video on retargeting over here for beginners. Also, make sure you hit like and subscribe and hit that bell button because I'm going to be releasing a new retargeting video for 2023/2022 very soon. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, so the next hack that you want to use, and I see this so much with business owners, is you want to focus on real business KPIs or key performance indicators and don't worry so much about ad strength and quality score. Look, Google has ad strength and quality score, but you're never ever really going to be able to fine tune and really control those things because Google is the one who basically decides what quality score is made of, and they decide what ad strength is made of. What you want to do is focus on the metrics that'll help you be a better business owner and help you get cheaper conversions down the road. So what I want you to do is focus on two things. I want you to go to those little blocks that you see on top of your Google Ads dashboard, and I want you to look at your cost per conversion and also your click-through rate as well. We'll focus on those two for now. Now, when you look at your click-through rate, you want this as high as possible. And this goes back to what I was talking about with personalizing your ads and really writing ad copy that gets people to click. Because the less people your ad shows to, if it can get a higher click-through rate, Google Ads will actually think that that is an amazing ad because it's relevant to a lot of ideal people. So when your click-through rate goes up, technically speaking, your quality score and your ad strength will go up automatically and you get even cheaper ads. The next thing I want you to do is also focus on your cost per conversion. Now, you want to keep your eye on this because sometimes you'll see that your cost per conversion goes very high and you want to look at your ads and see where they're showing just in case something's changed. So for example, you might find that you start showing up for terms that you're usually not showing up or that have nothing to do with your product or your service. That happens quite a lot. So that is the one metric that you want to keep your eye on. And when you do this, naturally you'll start getting a lower cost per conversion because you're paying attention to the right thing. Don't look at your Google Ads dashboard and let Google pull you from one side to another side and kind of dangle a carrot in front of you and say, hey, increase your ad spend and you're going to get a better optimization score. You're going to get better ad strength if you do these automated bidding strategies. All of that is to distract you from the fact that you're losing money. Focus on real world metrics and focus on key performance indicators and you'll be just fine and you'll be able to stretch your budget in the right way and you'll actually get more conversions because you're focusing on the right things. Now, if you really want to level up your Google Ads game, if you really want to take your Google Ads to the next level, I want you to check out my small budget, big results workshop. Now, in this workshop, I'm going to share you, it's going to be like a video like this, but 10 times more information where I give you everything I wish I knew 6 years ago when I was starting off with a small budget. I'm going to show you secret settings that you can use, some of the mistakes I made. I'm basically going to talk you through everything you need just to make a small budget work in 2022/2023. All right, so if that's something that you'd be interested in, I want you to check out the link in the description below. That's the small budget, big results workshop. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Also, got the new studio going, so let me know if you like it. If you feel like something's wrong, like if the sound is wrong or anything, let me know in the comment section down below. Still a work in progress, and I want you to like, share, and just comment below and let me know what you think. Also, last thing, if you want something to watch next, you can check out these two videos over here, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.